What would make you a prisoner in your own home? I was 15 when my parents told me they were going on a trip for a few days. I was used to being home alone, so I didn't think much of it. They left and I went about my usual routine. The next day, I noticed a strange car parked down the street. I didn't recognize it, but I figured it was just a neighbor's friend or something. Later that night, I heard a noise outside. I looked out the window and saw a man standing in our yard, staring at the house. I was terrified. I called my parents, but they didn't answer. I called the police and they came to check it out. The man was gone by the time they arrived, and they told me it was probably just a prank. The next day, the car was back. I was scared, but I tried to ignore it. That night, I heard the noise again. I looked out the window and the man was back. This time, he was closer to the house. I called the police again, and they came to check it out. The man was gone again, but this time they found footprints leading up to the house. They told me to stay inside and lock all the doors and windows. I was terrified. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next morning, the car was gone. I thought it was over, but then I got a call from my parents. They told me they were on their way home, and they had something important to tell me. When they got home, they told me that the man was my biological father. He had been in prison for years, and he had just been released. He had been stalking me, and they had been trying to protect me from him.